सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। ओम सरस्वती माता की जय, वेद माता की जय। So in the last class we did a recap of what Bhagavan started with Jnana Yoga and then slowly came down to Karma Yoga, and in Karma Yoga we discussed what are the different karmas. Nitya karma, Naimittika karma, Kamya karma, Nishiddha karma and Prayaschitta karma. So the progress, an individual's progress is they should stop Nishiddha karma first. Nishiddha karmas, or which are omissions, which are supposed to be omitted, we shouldn't commit them. So Nishiddha karmas have to be stopped. That itself will start bringing in some Chitta Shuddhi. Once you start dropping Nishiddha karmas, okay, which you are not supposed to do, if you start dropping that, there will be some amount of guilt. I did all this before. For that you have to do Prayaschitta karma. Okay, because if you are going to sit with the guilt, you cannot progress. Every time you will be with that guilt only, and that is incorrect. You have to, everyone have done errors, mistakes. Knowingly many have done, or all have done. Unknowingly also Few mistakes have been done by everyone. The question is, are we sensitive to it? Okay. Nishiddha karma, or the karmas which are not supposed to be done, if we do it, it is adharmika karmas. Understand that clearly. Okay. They are adharmika karmas. They are not dharmika karmas. That is why you feel guilty about it, right? Whenever you feel guilty about something, they are adharmika. Simple. Otherwise, why will you feel guilty about it? You may be ignorant about it, but when you understand, that's the time you feel guilty about it. Genuinely, you have to introspect. No, it is not for someone else to tell you what is right and wrong. So when we do this introspection and we know that, okay, this is wrong. Take simple examples. Small bribes, signal, हवलदार को, keep going. No one needs to tell that that is incorrect. We all know it. The question is, are we sensitive? Am I sensitive or am I thick skinned? If I'm thick skinned, then चलता है, दुनिया ऐसा ही चल रहा है, सब लोग कर रहे हैं तो मैं क्यों नहीं करूं? Correct? And if we are going to go that way, insensitively, in our day-to-day walks of life, if that is the value we have and the attitude we have, then there is no need of Vedanta or any other scriptural studies or any rituals or any religion or any philosophy. Nothing is required. Khao, piyo, mauj karo. As they say, Pranam Kritva Gritam Pibet. Take loan, enjoy. देने का टाइम देखेंगे, जिंदा रहेंगे तो देखेंगे, otherwise forget it. The value systems have dropped to a big time now. And if we are going to be a part of that, we will further dilute it. Then what is the option? The option is you have to find a balance between absolute right, absolute wrong, and you have to be very, very sensitive about it. We have to be sensitive. We have to very clearly make up our mind, okay, today I have certain compulsions, that's why I'm forced to do. But every time I do it, I'm forced to do. It is not my wish, I'm forced to do. Every time I do it, I do a namaskara to Bhagavan. Hey Bhagavan, please pardon me. Every time I will evaluate, is there a possibility not to do it? And whenever I see that I cannot do it, I will avoid it. What does it do? See, it is very difficult to go from one extreme to the other extreme. Don't try to do that Superman job, you will never be able to do it. So we have to first accept these are wrong. Once you accept it, then Krishna himself told in the 27th shloka, second chapter, 27th shloka, second line, very clearly Krishna says that there will be situations which are apariharyarthe. Parihara, which are solutions. Aparihara, choiceless situations. I'm forced to do it. And when I'm forced to do it, and I know it is incorrect, simple. Take very simple examples. I am of the principle that I will not give bribe, and in my personal life, I don't do it. I'm working in an organization, but that organization doesn't have these values. They say you are in charge, you please go, you manage that officer. Simple example. Now it is going against your principles because my office values and my values are going cross. But for this particular thing, can I leave this job? If it goes too much, yes, you will leave it. But in between, कभी साल में एक बार ऐसा आया करना पड़ा, somehow you have to manage it. You will still do it. Then what do? Do namaskar to Bhagwan. Choiceless situation. I was trying to avoid it, but I'm forced to do it. And every time I'll be so sensitive that I will evaluate it and I will not do it. So first is bringing a sensitivity to Nishiddha Karma. You may not stop it, but the moment you are sensitive to it, automatically that will reduce. Why? Whenever you get a chance not to do it, you will avoid it. That itself is a progress. देखो, घर साफ करने से पहला अगर घर में गंदगी आना रोक सकते, isn't that better? There will be situations जब आएगा, that time I will clean, but I will try to avoid it. And Swami Dayananda Saraswati very beautifully does that. It is not that people do not know the value of it. People do not know what is right and wrong. Everyone knows what is right and what is wrong. A thief knows what he does is wrong. Correct? That is why he protects whatever he does chori, so that someone else should not take that booty and go. दूसरा कोई उसका चोरी नहीं करना चाहिए. So doesn't he know that doing chori is wrong? Correct? Still he is doing it. So the question is not whether you know what is right and wrong. It is not ignorance. Then where is the problem? The problem is in the value of it. Understanding the value of it. Okay. A value remains a value so far as you value the value of the value. You can write and take. And it's very, very, very important. A value of a value remains a value so far as you value the value of the value. Read it 2 times, you will understand it very clearly. That means if I do it, it is not the question of my ignorance. I do not value it. You understand? That means, see, compared to Satyam Vada, if I chose to tell lies, knowing Satyam Vada means what? The value of Satyam Vada is far lower than the benefit you would have got from doing that Asatyam Vada. Okay, it is very clearly you have to weigh both, and that's what as human beings we do, intelligent human beings. If I tell the truth, what do I gain and what do I lose? If I do not tell the truth, what do I gain and what do I lose in a given situation? Yes or no? And then you take a conscious call. I will hold on to the truth, or I'm okay telling a lie here. What does that mean? The value of holding the truth is lower than what you perceive as a value by telling the lie you would have got. Your valuation is wrong, but you feel that there is a more value there. That is why you do a Nishiddha Karma. Are we able to get this? And how do you then change it? Only when we have that staunch belief on the values, then it will become very, very sensitive. That conviction on that value should be there. Should be there. If I do something wrong, I will get papam. किसने देखा है पापम? Anyway, papam is adrishtam. If I do papam, I may get in some other janma. चलता है, ये जन्म का कुछ मालूम नहीं तो वो जन्म का क्या करे? Now what has happened? The value on the janma cycle is not there. That is why I am ready to do a papam now to get instant benefit. Correct? If that value of that punarjanma is there, I will have to pay through my nose, not now, maybe later, but I will have to pay. If that is there, then you will not touch it. Right or not? Every situation is that way. It's a very, very comparative value. We keep on checking and instantly take decision and keep doing it. And once we do it, if we miss on that sensitivity, then we are thick skin after that. ठीक है, ये तो रोज कर रहा हूँ, चलता है चलता है, ऐसा चलता है बोल के टिल द रिटायरमेंट चलता है. नाउ चलता है has become the habit. Think, right from age of 20 to the age of 60 for 40 years, if I have not thought about my value system, I'm insensitive to that. Do you expect after 60 to come? Okay. And that is why we say that don't blame children. Children are mirror image of us. If you tell them they don't have value, it means we don't have value. We have depicted that, we have portrayed that, we have been an ideal example for them to lose the value, and that is the reason they are also being our mirror image. Right? So Nishiddha karma has to be left first. Having left Nishiddha karma, see, everything will not be left. Slowly you start. If you make a list, you will have hundreds of things which you don't want to do, but you are forced to do. Then out of that, okay, this is easier to leave, or this is, at least I can reduce the frequency of this. Try that. And every time be sensitive that, oh, I did this. It was a choiceless situation. Immediately I go do a namaskara. Mentally I think, Bhagavan, I did it because of choiceless situation. It is your responsibility not to bring me into such a choiceless situation. Correct na? Who brings you to choiceless situation? Bhagavan. Correct? Now you help me. I am sensitive. That earnest thought should be there. So the first thing is drop Nishiddha karma and do Prayaschitta karma. You will see that 80% of the problem gets solved there itself. Life becomes clean. It becomes easy. I have no worries to face anyone. I have that conviction and the strength to say, I am what I am. If you accept me, it is okay. If you don't accept me, still I am okay. Does it make sense? Is it meaningful today? Yes. So do that, and that is what is called Swadharma. Once you do not do Nishiddha Karma, then you have a list of things which you can do on the base of Dharma. Dharma karmas are called Kamya Karma. Sitting on the platform of Dharma, righteously, I do and I satisfy my desires. Okay. If I don't sit on the platform of dharma and I satisfy my desire, then it is called Nishiddha karma. See how nicely we have redefined Nishiddha karma now. If I don't use dharma as the base to satisfy my karma, it becomes Nishiddha karma. If I use dharma as the base to satisfy my karma, it becomes Kamya karma. Shastra say Kamya karma you have to do. Properly, you can satisfy your desires well within the reach, what is possible. Very justifiedly, you can do it, legitimately. Simple thing. I want to buy a house. Very nice place. I go there. Then I have to give Ram and Sham. 70% Ram, 30% Sham. Ram means white money, Sham means black money. Understand? No? You buy a house and you are talking of dharma in that house, will it be there? Are you able to get that? We are not even sensitive of that. If I do something like this and then I'm going to try to establish and be dharmic in that house, will it work? When my base itself is wrong. Make sense? The choices are ours. And if you work around that, you will get a solution. At least, can't we try? I'm not saying that we'll be successful, but at least can't we try to persuade for all white? You will say that my money is white only. That person is asking in cash. See, yeah? What is the logic? I have paid all my taxes and I got the whole money in the bank. I can give a check. But that guy wants cash, so I'm withdrawing cash and giving it to him. So it is my white money only. But aren't you promoting black money? Is it dharmic or adharmic? We have to ask the question sometime or the other. Sometime or the other, once we ask, every small things we will be able to say, is it dharmic or not? Is it justified? Is it the righteous way? Right? And then, or normally the convenient way is generally the adharmic way. Another way to identify it. The most obvious, convenient way, comfortable way is generally the adharmic way. Because it's not very easy to be on the dharmic way. You have to put a lot of effort to hold on to it. You have to fight against everyone to hold on to your dharma. Think about it. If dharmic way comes easily, then it is your punyam which is coming as sukha, nothing else. Your karma phala is coming out. Normally it doesn't come out that way. Are we getting it? See, all these are karma yoga comes after karma. We are now in karma only. Karma, from there karma yoga has to come. First karma. Karma are of two types. Dharmika karma, adharmika karma. Adharmika karma avoid. Because that is called Nishiddha karma. And if choicelessly you have done it, do prayashchitta for it. Be sensitive to it and reduce it. Then comes the next one, which is Dharmika karma. Very good, do it. Why am I doing it? For me to benefit. I should be the beneficiary, what I am doing. But in the righteous way. Correct? That dharmika karma is perfectly acceptable by Shastra. Suppose after paying tax you have purchased 5 houses in white, completely dharmic. Completely dharmic. No problem. You did not feel guilty. Are you able to get this? No. But there is one problem with it. See, in every step when you evaluate it, then you will know what is the issue. There is a problem with it. A very nice example is when I get married, I marry only one person. And in that free offer, the whole family comes. समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं? शादी मैंने एक से ही किया, लेकिन फ्री ऑफर में पूरा फैमिली आ गया साथ में. इनको भी संभालो, उनको भी संभालो, वो भी करो, ये भी करो. The whole family has come now. Did I marry to get the family? Tell me. I did not have married at all. Now, if I wanted the family, why should I have married? So I did not marry for the family. But family becomes big bazaar ka offer. Correct? Like that, big bazaar and all cannot even match the offer which Shastra gives. बिग बाजार क्या करता है? एक पे एक ही फ्री देता है. और शास्त्रा एक पे 3 फ्री देता है. ऐसा ऑफर कोई नहीं देगा. With every kamya karma, 3 things come with it. Package deal, gift wrapped, which is not visible. अतृप्तिकरत्व, दुःखमिश्रितत्व, बंधकत्व. If you remember it, already mentioned. अतृप्तिकरत्व, very legitimately, कितना भी लिए, still I am not satisfied. दुःखमिश्रितत्व, dukkha comes because of what? Bandhakatva, I am bound to it now. Correct? I was first the security of my house. Then when I started owning the house, I started keeping a security to make the house secure. Now the house for which I was the security now becomes a problem that needs a security. समझ में आ रहा है? I was very happy without the gold. I went and purchased it. For the gold, I had to open a locker in the bank. When the gold was not there, I didn't need a locker at all. Are we getting it? Very legitimate. Go and buy gold. Also, you'll have to buy a locker. You'll have to rent a locker. या घर पे दूसरा कुछ करना पड़ेगा. Something or the other. दुःख मिश्रितत्व, बंधकत्व, अतृप्तिकरत्व. जितना भी बिले, not enough. Not enough. और चाहिए, और चाहिए. So ये 1 काम्य कर्मा के साथ 3 साथ में आ जाएंगे. No problem. If you are okay with it, objective should be clear. I am perfectly okay with it. ये तीनों आने दो, ठीक है. At least I am enjoying so far as I have it. I will do काम्य कर्मा. No problem. Bhagavan says tathastu. That is why Veda Purva is there. Karma Kanda is there for that only. Whatever you want, you ask. Solution is there. Putra kamaschinvita, Pashu kamaschinvita, Vrishti kamaschinvita, Amayavi chinvita. You ask whatever you want, you will get it. Dharmic way, you will get it. But along with that, what? Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. इह samsare bahu dustare. So that is also going to be there with you. Be happy. समझ में आ रहा है? चलो ये जन्म में तो आई एम हैप्पी एंड कंफर्टेबल विथ ऑल दिस. ओके, आस्क अ क्वेश्चन. अगला जन्म में क्या कॉकरोच है कि क्या बनने का है?
Sir, I have a question. Can I ask a question?
या
Sir, how to maintain a balance then? Because हम लोग सोचते हैं जब एक घर मतलब कि नॉर्मल और एक सोचते हैं चलो रेंट आई मीन एग्जाम्पल तो नॉर्मली यही होता है कि चलो 2 फ्लैट्स एक में रह रहे हो एक रिटायरमेंट के बाद आई मीन यू विल गेट सम इनकम तो सो इसमें बैलेंस हम सेम गोल हाउ शुड वी मेंटेन बैलेंस सर
you know this
minimum and
the answer for this question is how you know. When I go for a marriage and there is a buffet, okay, and I know very clearly I cannot eat spice because next day I have a problem. I cannot eat sweets because I have diabetes right now. Oily food, already the heart has got 3 blocks. Doctor has told be careful. Do you need someone to tell you the balance? What to eat there? Correct? Every person decides their own limit. No one can tell anyone other person what is your limit, what is right, what is wrong. Because first of all, between people value systems are different. Whatever I value, you need not value it. So you have to look at your value systems. Then you will have to make your own scale in the value system. Where am I at each and everything? It's not a very tedious work and all. The moment I think, for example, you said that, okay, buying houses. Okay, on one end, I have someone like who has got 15 houses. Pakad lo na. There are people who may have 10 houses or 4 houses, 5 houses. Common. Someone with 4 houses. There is another person who doesn't have a house, jhopri mein reh raha hai. Where am I? I have got 2 houses. Now, if you have 2 houses, you have 2 options. Sell off one house or simply keep quiet. The third option is buy another house. Correct? Does it make sense? You also have one more option. Huh? That's why when you think, many options will come. You can rent that house to a needy person at a very, very affordable price to him, not at the market price. So isn't your house doing better thing for you? Choicelessly, I purchased it. After that also, I want or aane do. Rent has to be there. It should be another 1,000 rupees more than what in the market it is happening. Then there is no end to it. Are you getting? So these are personal choices, and that path is decided by you. How much to move in the path, at what rate is decided by you. Only question is, having decided, am I alert and am I vigilant on it? Or is it like my 1st January resolution? Then there is no meaning to it. Correct? So this only requires an introspection. You can virtually be happy yourself, justifying every time saying that it's a choiceless situation. No problem. आप वो भी करके देखना. 15 बार हर चीज को आप choicelessly I have done it बोल के you have justified it ना. 16 time your conscience will start talking to you saying that what are you trying to do now? Are you now Now no one is asking you, but are you started fooling yourself as a new habit? Are you getting it? If you think on it, then automatically you will take a step to at least arrest it and not go in the wrong direction more. Arrest it. Stopping going in the wrong direction itself is a very big change, because then you are ready to go in the right direction. Take baby steps. Give proper time for you. Don't take goals which are not possible. Out of 10, you can easily decide that these two I will work on, because it is dependent on me only. I don't have to depend on anyone else to these values. Let me hold on to this. And 2 days when you hold on to that, you feel, I've achieved something. That's a motivator. And you don't have to tell anyone. The point is, whenever we are going to compare with someone, you have a problem. It is always, where am I today? Where do I want to be tomorrow? At what speed I will go? You have other extreme. Someone who says, I don't want this at all. I'm ready to drop it right now and take sannyasa. Possible or not? Even that is there. As much as you have people buying 5 houses, you have someone who ready to give all what that person has right now. Then I'm not even bothered what is going to happen, and I'm ready to take sannyasa. That is another extreme. So the choice is very individual, and no one should direct it, because you should not repent having taken that choice. It's a very choiceful, well thought, meaningful, with conviction, your decision which you can hold on. Take baby steps. You don't have to take a big leap. Take small, small baby steps. And once that taking baby steps becomes a habit, automatically I become sensitive. Then you will see, without you knowing, big, big steps you have started jumping. You will not even know that, because the habit has become sensitive. I should value it and I should be sensitive. And second thing, what happens is, outside me, I see everyone devaluing that value of mine. That is another big problem. Kal tak, it's typical when four friends are there. Every month they sit and drink. Suddenly one person decides, I'm going to stop drinking. Then he goes with these people. He says, I'll stop drinking. Now the other three are going to make fun of him. So if you are in that value and you had friends who had similar value, those people, when they see the change, are going to look at you and going to tell you what happened to you. And you have to be prepared with that boldness that it's my decision over. You may ridicule me, you may do whatever you want, it's my decision. That requires a lot of courage. That requires a lot of conviction. And that conviction comes only when you are established that no, this is the right thing for me, this is dharma. Does it make sense? So we have to decide our own game plan. If you are not sure of whether this is right and this is wrong, that you can ask someone and understand which is the right direction. But 99% in, we all know what is right and wrong. Very rarely it will come in a situation, what should I do? I don't know. Dharmic, adharmic segregation, we all know. Nitya nitya vastu vivekaha, we may not know. But dharma dharma vivekaha, we will know. Correct? So that becomes easy. Question is, am I ready to hold to it? Am I sensitive to it? Because if you want a bigger bargain, you will have to drop something. You know how is the story? एक अच्छा story है इसमें. There was one monkey who was troubling the villagers. आएगा, घर का अंदर घुसेगा, सब चीज मैस करके जाएगा, कुछ खाएगा, ये करेगा, बच्चे लोग को छोड़ेगा नहीं. Was really a menace. So all the villagers together, they decided we will teach this monkey a lesson. And there was one intelligent person who said, I will give you an idea, let us do that. So at night time when the monkey was sleeping, these people dug a small pit and nicely kept a bottle little into the pit, very firm, that it won't move. It will not move. So it is firmly held into the pit, but not completely into it. That means what is inside is visible clearly. That bottle had a narrow neck. And then they put some mungfali groundnuts into it. So morning the monkey comes. He says, ये क्या है नया चीज? He says, अंदर मूंगफली है. Put the hand. हाथ अंदर चला गया, भर के मूंगफली उठाया. हाथ बाहर निकालने को जा रहा है. The hand is not coming out. समझ में आ रहा है? Trying to pull, the bottle is fixed, the mouth is narrow, hand is with mungfali, not able to come out. That was the right opportune. All the villagers came there with a nice stick. मार 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 दिया. बंदर फिर भी हाथ छोड़ा नहीं. What is the answer to it? वो मूंगफली छोड़ो, मार से बच जाओ. What is the solution for it? मूंगफली छोड़ता था, he could have saved his life. मूंगफली नहीं छोड़ेगा. We are all in that category. है? Life मार मार के सिखा रहा है, फिर भी वो मूंगफली नहीं छोड़ेगा. समझ में आ रहा है? वो बंदर दूसरा कोई नहीं, हम ही है. And this is a fantastic example of the current management. Corporate management is exactly like this. They are intelligent like the villagers. And we are the monkey. So they will give you a goal sheet and a KPI, which is the moongfali inside the bottle. You will never achieve it. They will show you, ये मूंगफली तुमको मिलेगा. You will put your hand and you will work day in and day out for the moongfali. At the end, they will say, still you didn't achieve it. Or they would change the goalpost. Getting it? Exactly like this. And we continue year after year being the monkey, getting hits. Still not deciding that job is an aid for my living. Job supports my living. My life is not for the job. Does it make sense? This is where that value is, right? Do you value your own life and quality of your life more than the job and what you get pay and the fame and the status and position? What do you value more? Why so many stress, heart attacks, so many issues? Why? Because everyone believes that they can do miracles, they can change everything. At what cost? The cost of your health. Simple things, huh? That is why धर्म का ऊपर अर्थ काम रहेगा तो प्रॉब्लम नहीं आता है. अर्थ काम में धर्म ढूंढने जाओगे, आप फंसोगे. हम हमारे काम में, अर्थ काम में धर्म ढूंढने जाते हैं, प्रॉब्लम है. Isn't it a very, very simple, straightforward teaching which is given here? Very simple, clear. And if we lose track of it, we are that monkey. मार मार मिलके भी सुधरेगी नहीं, पिछवाड़ा पूरा लाल हो गया है, फिर भी मूंगफली नहीं छोड़ेगी. Right? So Kamya Karma has got this monkey story it is. अरे बाप रे. निषिद्ध कर्मा not to do. प्रायश्चित्त कर्मा reduce it. काम्य कर्मा has got this problem. तो करे तो क्या करे भाई? समझ में आ रहा है? Very nicely that 5 karmas are given. Do it. But when you enter it, you know where the problem is there. It is like our snake and ladder. Every time when you put a dice, you want to come below the ladder to climb up. And you are very close to the goal. That time at 98, that big snake will bring you to 30. कितना बार चलते गया है? This is called Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Janani Jatare Shayanam. Snake and ladder story और कुछ नहीं है. Correct? Are we getting this point? Then what are we to do? That is why the Shastras say, you start with Kamya Karma. You will get matured in Kamya Karma and you will say, enough is enough. करे तो कितना करे, ये जिंदगी भर यही करते रहे क्या? That is the time the Shastra tells you right from day one, apart from Kamya Karma, you also have to do Nitya Naimittika Karma. Nitya Karma and Naimittika Karma. Kamya Karma is like the pickle. Nitya Naimittika Karma is chawal and dal. But unfortunately, in our plate, we all love to eat more of pickles and very less of chawal and dal. Hopefully, it is connecting, huh? Is it connecting with everyone in our own lives what we are doing? And in all this, when someone asks, we say, I'm very fine. Life is great. Wow, life is great. Are kaika great? Have we ever even thought what quality of life we are living? What is the goal? You ask any person, what is the goal of your life? You know what is, out of 99%, people will tell only one thing. Have a decent life, study well, have a nice job, get married, children, settle well, lead a comfortable life, see grandchildren and all. And after that, one more thing they will add. Before getting old, निकल जाना मनते हैं करके ऐसे निकल जाना मनते हैं. Very good. Why? Who is there to take care of me if I get old? Correct? Thinking about that itself becomes a very big dangerous job now. If I tell you, let us sit and do 10 minutes of dhyana now. What is the topic? If I am going to live for 90 years, how will I be when I am at 90 years old? You imagine your own situation, your family, your children, your ability. You think. For 1 minute you will not be able to sit with. नहीं बाबा, क्यों उसके बारे में सोचना है? Correct? Anyone will say, 90 years I am living. भगवान का क्या देन है, 90 साल दिया है. आई एम लिविंग फॉर 90 years. ये प्राण चल रहा है. कान बंद हो गया, दांत निकल गए, बाल एक भी बचा नहीं है, खाने को नहीं हो रहा है, चलेगा, लेकिन प्राण है, कोई तो संभाल रहा है, ठीक है, क्या है उसमें? कोई नहीं संभालेगा तो वैसे ही पड़ा रहेगा, चलेगा, लेकिन जान है. विल एनीवन थिंक दैट वे? I don't want to be a burden to anyone. As though you're so lucky that God is going to listen to your wish and give you करके जाने के लिए 1 2 3. उसमें भी क्या मालूम है, हॉस्पिटल हॉस्पिटल जाना नहीं, ऐसे ही नींद में विदाउट अ पेन. What a land, fantasy land we are sitting on. Think. Our acharyas say, if someone has to do real dhyana, you have to do dhyana of your death. You have to do dhyana of your old age. Then you know how you have to conduct yourself today. Because you will accept that is inevitable. Only when you accept that is inevitable, choiceless situation, you will do something for that today. And we do not want to even listen about it. Why are you talking about death? Isn't there better things to talk about? ये वेदांत वेदांत डेथ वेथ क्या बात कर रहे हो? All karma yoga, karma, not even karma yoga, karma phala. Sitting inside that only, all this. Very true. And only when we become sensitive about that, we will start doing things the right which is required to be done, which you have never even thought today that there's something like this also we need to do. Correct? So when you move from kamya karma, you mature out little, that is the time you start valuing nishkama karma. Nishkama karma is karma yoga. Nishkama karma. I have no desire to achieve anything by doing that, but still I will do it as though I'm going to achieve a big thing. I am not bothered about the result of it. Just doing it is going to give me a lot of happiness. I'm not bothered about the result. And this is where first comes Nitya Karma. What is Nitya Karma? Nitya Karma is not something which you do daily. Nitya Karma is something which you do it very regularly and periodically. It can be multiple times in a day, it can be in multiple days, okay? But you do it periodically and regularly. That is called Nitya Karma. Shraddha comes once a year, it's a Nitya Karma. Clear? And in that there are set of things which have been very clearly told which are Nitya Karma. And what gets defined as Nitya Karma? The Nitya Karma is that where beneficiaries are more, irrespective whether you benefit or not. Whether I benefit or not is secondary. I may or I may not benefit, but others benefit. How does getting duped and not reacting help satisfy our mind? What is the who's asked that question?
That's me, sir.
Yeah,
It's
what is the
like
question?
when you know that the question is this way that when suppose nitya karma and anitya karma. So when we are doing nitya karma, but we know the person in front of us is kind of taking advantage of your being not being aggressive. How do you react to that?
1 minute. I think here there is a misunderstanding about Nitya Karma. Nitya karma is karma which you do it periodically, which you do it. Okay. Here you are referring to not Nitya karma, you are referring to titiksha, forbearance. Forbearance. तितिक्षा मतलब सामने वाला मुझे तकलीफ दे रहा है फिर भी I should be just accepting it. The simple answer for that is simple.
You said na there must be more beneficiaries, whether I will get benefited or not.
No.
What is it?
This point is not connected to Nitya Karma at all. Please understand. When we are talking of karma, karma gives karma phala for your own self. There is no another person involved in it. When someone is duping you and I keeping quiet is not Nitya Karma. Okay? Then what are you doing? You are avoiding Nishiddha Karma. What is Nishiddha Karma? Reacting to him. Correct? That means I am having forbearance. Now then the question will come that have I to get duped every time knowingly? Answer is no. Why? The first question comes, do you have a choice to be away from that? If that person is doing it, do you have a choice to be away from it? For example, I know there is a snake. Who told you to sit in front of the snake and then say, please bite me, and then say that snake bit me? Huh? Be away from the snake. That's the first point. That means I use my wisdom to be away from that situation. Okay, once it can happen, choiceless. Second time, choiceless. But with two times, if I don't learn that, then I am not wise. First option is go away from it. Now let us go to the next problem. Suppose you can't go away. For mentioning sake, let me tell you, the person who is duping you is your own spouse. I can't go away. Think, possible, na? Then what do I do? Can I just accept it? Why? The question is how much I am valuing the duping. Only if I value that duping, I am getting in a reactive mode. Suppose if you consider it to be, it is habitual to that person. Let it be that way. क्या है? मुझे नहीं तो किसको ड्यूप करेगी या मुझे नहीं तो किसको ड्यूप करेगा करने दो. Devalue it. It won't trouble you. Correct? I can't devalue it. I'm not that magnanimous. I'm very sensitive. I can't devalue it. I can't leave the situation and go because we are wed. Our children are very small. If they were big, I would have divorced and gone. Chalo. Choiceless situation. ठीक है. Accept it as my karma phala. The moment you accept it as my karma phala, you automatically will not get hurt by it. And what is the last option? Every day you can decide. Whenever I get duped, I will go in front of Bhagavan and do namaskara and say, Durjana Sajjano Bhuyat, Sajjana Shanti Mapnuyat. You know what is the benefit? You will get forbearance. You will not get hurt because of the dupe. And by praying for their benefit, you will also get punya. But the moment I look at it as my ego, the game is different. Are you able to get that? That is where the choice comes. ये टिपिकल मंकी, मूंगफली को छोड़ दो ना, मूंगफली को छोड़ दिया मार भी नहीं मिलेगा क्योंकि हाथ निकल जाएगा. मूंगफली पकड़ के रखा और मार भी नहीं होना चाहिए, नॉट पॉसिबल. So in every situation, you will have to decide what you want because such options are available. And you take a very, very calculated decision and be with it. Sir, what you are saying is right. But I don't feel that this is the way we have to do. How can we just then go ahead? If you dupe me once, I dupe you twice. Do it. What is the outcome of it? You yourself think. Correct? That choice is also there. Huh? No one says that choice is not there. Offense is the best form of defense. Maro. See, in all this, please understand, in all this, there is no answer. The option and the spread are given. You have to decide the right choice for yourself based on your situation. And that is where that wisdom is. And whatever decision you have taken today, in after 5 years, you need not take the same decision in the same situation. Why? Experience has changed, value system has changed, and my choices have also changed. So you need not. Again, that is another foolishness to say, I am that way only. Even after 100 years, such a situation come, my answer will be the same. That is called Shushka Kashtani Murkhascha Vidyante na namanti cha. Dry twig will only break but will not bend. Fresh twigs will bend. If virtues and values are there, you will bend. Khokla rahega to you will break, but I will not bend. Doesn't help you. Sorry, some of these sessions will not give answers the way you want, but reality of life is that. You have only one choice, either accept it or fight it. You accept it, you will be in a much better situation. The situation will not change, but your response to the situation changes. Someone says a very beautiful statement. Who is in adversity? The person feels that he is in adversity because he is not prepared for it. That's all. Given the same situation, if you are mentally prepared for it, you are never in an adversity. You are never in a calamity. You are never in dukkha. So the dukkham and sukham choice is purely in our mind. Purely, not even in our actions. That is why the Shastras are for ourselves and not for implementing on someone. Use the others as mirror of our own image. And looking at that, change ourselves. The question you asked was, I want to change the setup. If you change the setup, what happens? It will only upset you. But if you change yourself, the setup will change. Karma and Karma Yoga is purely for ourselves and not to be used as a tool to evaluate anyone, including our nearest people in the family. Because that will only trouble. Correct? Yes, you can look at role models to decide your path. That is acceptable. But you are not evaluating them. Everyone needs a role model, right? To decide, okay, what is going to be my highest level. Then when you go close to that, again some other role model will come, you will extend that. And that is needed to move in that path, but not for evaluating them. They become my torch bearers. Does it answer? Yeah. So when it comes to karma, nitya karma, a very, very important aspect is that I will tell that and we will stop. I will continue nitya and naimittika karma even next time. Little more I will have to tell. Then only we go, because there is a very beautiful verse which Krishna has told here, which is connected directly to that nitya karma. Nitya karma is commissions. I have to do it. It is not based on my raga dvesha whether I like it or not like it. I have to do it. I get up in the morning, I have to brush my teeth. I may like it, I may not like it, but still I have to brush my teeth. I have to take care of my family. I have to do it. I may like it, I may not like it. That choice was there with me before I getting married. But having got married, this choice is gone. I have to take care. Are you getting it? That is Nitya Karma. Nitya Karma will not give any punya. Wow. Nitya Karma will not give even a little punyam if I do it. But not doing it will give me papam. That's called pratyavaya papam. Commissioning of not which should not be done is papam. Nishiddha karma doing. Nishiddha karma karane papaha. Okay. Nitya karma akarane pratyavaya papaha. I have to pay my tax. I like it, I don't like it. It may be 40%, it may be 10%. I have to pay it. If I pay it, government does not give me anything. At least in India. I have to make that clear. तो यूएस वाले में बहुत बैठे तो बोले कि हमारा वैसा नहीं है, सोशल सिक्योरिटी मिलता है, इंडिया में कुछ नहीं मिलता है, उल्टा और 4 क्वेरी मिलेगा. But if I don't pay the tax, then be ready for it. Are you able to get that? किया तो फायदा नहीं है, नहीं किया तो नुकसान है. That is called nitya karma. Then why should I do it? If it is not going to give any benefit, why the benefit is not coming after a period of time? The benefit is coming while you are doing it as chitta shuddhi. Chitta shuddhi cannot be transacted by punyam. I have so much of punyam. Can I get chitta shuddhi? No. Chitta shuddhi is at that time by doing it. The process of doing it will give you chitta shuddhi. The right value, the right attitude. That is why it is called karma yoga. Nitya naimittika karma is called karma yoga. Kamya karma is karma. Another name for nitya naimittika karma is called niyata karma. Another name for that is called vihita karma. Is it giving you clarity? All the karmas are talked about. Correct? So periodically which I have to do, irrespective I want or I don't want, that is called nitya karma. Occasionally what I have to do is called naimittika karma. एक निमित्त आने पर मैं करूंगा. Marriage, there is a nimitta, so I am doing it. Naimittika karmas are our 41 samskaras. They are not nitya karmas. Okay, we will see that later on. It's already 9:08. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Very interesting topic. Hopefully, clarity is coming slowly, yeah? And that should help introspection. That is more important. Okay, Chal.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.